Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Get a personal assistant who understands that you are a young, beautiful queen, married to a first-class king and has many enemies. And let's educate her on how to deal with your church calls and censor the infos you get or ruin our marriage again. Ooni of Ife has ordered Olori Naomi to get another personal assistant that can, find a way that can really be educated on how to censor calls and ensure that Naomi doesn't get every information that is sent through that church phone, okay? And that Naomi needs to get somebody who understands that she is a young king that has a lot of enemies. Young queen that has a lot of enemies, people who envy her. That if Naomi can get that kind of personal assistant to handle the church phone, a personal assistant that can be trained on how not to respond to everything or send every information to Olori Naomi, that he is going to handle the payment of that personal assistant. But this church phone, if Naomi is not ready to do away with that church phone, that's the one that the Deaconess is holding right now, that Naomi should be prepared to ruin their marriage again. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Daylight. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you and share my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. Daylight, my own people. Daylight, my super people. Adukwe, my people. They said that a single bracelet does not jingle. Why? Now, it takes a lot of all of these negative energies to come to a place where it begins to form an opinion. Because you hear this one today, tomorrow they forward this to you, next tomorrow they forward this to you. Sometimes I wonder, for people who think that they are doing you a favor by sending, messages from people, as in messages that will ruin your marriage, they are sending to you. And they sit down there, they think they are doing you a favor by, doing all of these things to you, because a lot of people are like that. If you want a person's marriage to succeed, you don't see her husband out there with a woman and you carry and come and tell that person. It means that you are one of those enemies, because of what good would that bring to the relationship? Allow them deal with their issues themselves. So they said Kabiyesi has said it, made it clear to Olori Naomi that, look, get a PA that can be properly trained on how to send some messages, and a PA that can be educated on who you are and how people envy you, and how people want to pull you away from what God has prepared for you. Now, if this PA understand that about you, they will censor the kind of messages they forward to you. That this is coming because of the latest voice note that Olori Naomi got. And unfortunately, that voice note did not get to Olori Naomi's personal phone. It went to the church phone that was being handled by a Deaconess. And Ooni of Ife's anger is that Deaconess would have known better to have kept that information from Olori Naomi. But no, they had to kind of escalate the information. And Olori Naomi got to hear it. And that was why the Ooni of Ife invited the Deaconess to the palace, where Ooni slammed the Deaconess, lashed out on her that, look, if Naomi were to be your daughter, will you do this? You will do everything both physically and spiritually to ensure that her marriage works. That he doesn't even blame the Deaconess, that he blames Olori Naomi's mother, that these things are happening, right? And so now he is insisting that you see that phone, because remember, they said he broke Nami's phone, but it's not that church phone, that one in the church that he broke. Is this other one, the community age grade and all of those ones from Ile-Ife? That's the one that he broke and ensured that the SIM was completely, ruined, right? As we are hearing if the information is true, right? And so, this one, that very church phone that the deaconess is holding right now, Kabiyesi has urged Olori Naomi to get a PA that understands her disposition and let them train that PA on how to censor calls, messages, voice notes, and all of that, so that she knows that it's not every information that you need to send to Olori Naomi. And it's true. For a woman like Olori Naomi, the PA, whoever handles those phones, should be trained. Now, when you go onto social media, you see the wives of the Oni of Ife. They have all of these women, and people say all sort of things, are kind. They say all sort of things. Sometimes our kinds are very disrespectful or unruly. They say all sort of things. Have you heard anybody come out to say Pim? No, because they have, what you call their rule, the royal rule of engagement when it comes to anything that has to do with the media. Their rule is that they do not respond, no matter what happened. Check out when Oletik had that baby, the speculation on social media, the baby is not this, the baby is not that, and all of that. Anybody would have responded, but they cannot respond. The reason why they cannot respond is because they'll be going against their own royal rule. They don't respond. Because one thing about social media, when you respond, you blow things out of proportion. Now, take, for instance, what happened between the very dark man and the Falana. Today, you will agree with me that if Falana had not responded, it would have been better for him and his family than that response, dragging very dark man to court and all of that. That was, a disservice to their name and their family. But without digressing, now, Ooni of Ife has made it very clear that that phone cannot be the same way it used to be. They must get somebody. They must train the person. The person must know what to respond to and what not to respond to, what to send back to Naomi and what not to send back to Naomi. That person must be properly trained. And they need to get that person ASAP. And he would take responsibility. He will pay the person for the training and everything. That he will take responsibility for the training and the payment and everything. The phone cannot, because church is Olori Naomi's life. And you cannot say that the phone should not be there. Yes, the phone will be there, but whoever handles that phone needs to be trained. And that is the decision they said the Oni of Ife has made. I'm going to bring you more updates. I appreciate you so much. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.